Start with something.
It didn't play. Shit. What's up? Welcome back to another Ice Cream Sunday social.
Oh my God, we're back.
That's right, and I'm one of your hosts, Full Custom Hot Dog, and with me, as always,
it's me, Yucky,
and I'm Gable.
That's right. That's what we're doing today, and we're talking about the big. We don't have that much to talk about. It's not as stacked a show as it sounds.
Yeah, what? The most important thing to do is run and tell your friends. Let's get in this chat. Let's see how everybody's doing. It's been 2 weeks, I think, since we did one of these.
Yeah, a lot of shit's happened. We've all had our separate arcs. We went our separate ways and each had our own adventure.
Yeah, I had a solo album. I'm not sure if you guys heard it. I don't think anybody did. But
so what happened?
I don't think anybody heard it.
Halloween happened.
Halloween did happen.
How was everybody's Halloween?
Fucking came and went. You know what I mean?
Really?
Did you guys give out candy?
No, I never. I live in the ghetto, so we don't do candy around here. People don't open their doors.
Jesus.
It could be anybody out there.
You need to put on a mask and like go door to door. No.
It's like I tried to binge. I was binging like anthology series like Tales from the Crypt and blah blah blah. Then I went over to our friend Vic King's channel. I ruined his Halloween stream with.
Wait, what'd you do to him?
Dude, people don't like Halloween novelty music, man. You know, like fucking Purple People Eater and shit.
Not
like,
everybody appreciates Halloween.
Well, but now Christmas music, like November 1st, dude, there's radio stations dedicated to just Christmas music. It's like, where's the guy? There's no love for Halloween novelty? Purple People Eater, people, come on. I guess it's like a 60s, 50s
No
thing,
Monster Mash?
I know, Monster Mash. So this is the second Halloween party I destroyed with, because I did this before. I actually had a friend that worked at a radio station, and the radio station was doing a sponsored Halloween party at a bar, and I went along for the night. And every once in a while, she was asking me what's a good Halloween song to play. So I was giving her gold all night, right? It's the last song of the night. She's like, all right, one more like Halloween song.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, yeah, it was a song called The Martian Hop.
How does that go?
Oh my God. It's like, ooh, the Martian Hop. It's like, it's super annoying. I fucking killed that party, dude.
Oh my God.
So what'd you do to Vic? You started suggesting
it took like
music.
One song. I did a song. There's a song called Haunted House by Jumpin' Gene Simmons. I think you even came into the chat.
Yeah, I was there. By the way, we got Apex in the chat. How's it going, my dude?
Hey, Apex.
So I actually
so that was my Halloween, yeah.
I cut part of that stream out, and I have Vic's reaction to you playing those songs. I'm going to go ahead and play that clip.
Please stop.
Emotional damage.
Absolute travesty. just sad.
Back Bay War.
Yeah, no, that was the only part. That was the only part of the stream I caught was you playing the Martian Hop, I guess, or the what was it? The Gene Simmons
Haunted
song.
House, Jumpin' Gene Simmons, dude. I've got a list. We were gonna have such a great night of like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, The Blob, and Creature from the Black Lagoon by.
Hold on, the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes song is not the best novelty song.
I mean,
it's not even a good. It's not a good
iconic.
Halloween song. But it's not a good Halloween song. You wouldn't play that at a Halloween party. No.
You're kidding me.
What do you want people to do at this Halloween party that you're throwing, Yucky?
Well, at a Halloween party, what do you do? You stand around and like what? You drink beer, smoke weed. Like, what do you do at a Halloween party?
What do you think else happens on a Vic King stream, though?
Right?
True.
That's why I was surprised there was so much blowback.
I mean, you just just the first song right off the bat just ruined.
I think I got one. I think I told him that story about ruining that other Halloween party, and I think he played that Martian Hop to see what it was about, and that was like fucking it. Then I had to be like, all right, how about Motorhead's version, like his version of Hellraiser? You know what I mean? Like I had to think of more like
Yeah,
quote
I think
unquote
I remember
metal
you pulling
things.
that one out. Apex in with, I want to say a hot take, but I think this is a very general consensus.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty
Vic
sure
has a
everybody
playlist of a 12-year-old girl.
Emotional damage.
I know.
No one can argue that is not the case. But
No,
we love you,
I
Vic.
can't, dude.
Music taste aside, we love you, bud.
Yeah,
I don't know
what
about you
doing?
guys, but every time like Vic is doing music streams, like my goal is to always get him to play like the worst music,
It works.
and it works every single
He'll
time.
play your music, and then he'll be like, Yucky, I'm not playing that. It's like, dude, like you're playing his joke music. I gotta hear Tattoo every single time Gable is in that chat.
He
Hey,
refused to play more of my picks ever since I got him to play Ram Ranch one time, which is
Well, I
fair.
Yeah, I got him to play Jamiroquai, the best band.
That's
in
a
the
good
last 50
song.
years.
Those are good songs.
No, he didn't even play the main song. He played
What did he
something
play?
else. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
This
Just
is
like-
going to be a Vic Cope stream where we just complain about
Yeah,
his
we're
music
just
selection.
we're just gonna be upset. We got Tim Olson. How's it going, Tim?
Tim Olson, I bet he has something to say about Vic's music selection.
Somebody has to. I think. That's what it's gonna be. We're all gonna reconcile here about Vic's musical choices today. That's gonna be what we're doing.
I mean, if we could always change one thing about a Vic King stream, it's the musical choices.
Oh my god.
He just
So
needs
I
a
wanna know-
DJ.
That's
oh
true.
my god.
Or just don't listen to the chat, maybe. I don't know.
Bruh.
Bruh. Did you guys even do anything on Halloween? Am I the only
No.
one that like
No, I did.
No.
I'm
What'd
the
you
only
do?
one that celebrates Samhain?
What'd you
Sam
do? Gabe?
Hine. The night before, me and my kid watched the Halloween Tree cartoon back in the day.
Ooh.
It's the cartoon based off the Ray Bradbury short story. Or I guess actually be a novella, I guess technically. And I used to watch it every year growing up, and it's like one of my favorite Halloween
that-
time things.
Is that the one where Ray Bradbury accidentally goes to Eartha Kitt's house and releases a bunch of trolls in the neighborhood? And then there's like a tree, and all the kids are stuck in the tree.
I don't think
Fuck.
that's it at all.
Isn't
No.
that Ernest Scared Stupid?
I think yeah.
You
yeah,
get those two
that is.
confused, huh? No, Halloween Tree is about a bunch of kids, and they have a friend who's dying, and they
Uh-oh.
find his soul. Like
It's a
he's
cartoon?
ghost. Do what?
That's a cartoon.
It is. It's
Dude.
very dark, actually.
Why do cartoons got to teach kids about death all the time? I gotta tell you.
Yeah, especially back in the day.
Oh my god. I think the original Charlotte's Web fucking scarred me because that whole movie is him going, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
and,
I was
like,
like,
Watership
Jesus
Down.
Christ.
I tell you, like those cartoons back in the day were way more. I don't know. I would say mature, but I mean they're still kids. Like I still remember watching it on like Cartoon Network, right? But basically, their friend is like dying, and he can't go with them on Halloween to go trick or treatings, and he goes to the hospital, and they go off and they come across this old house, and there's this like weird guy there, and then they see a ghost of their friend. And come to find out, he's like teetering on death, and he has to like save his own little pumpkin on the Halloween tree. That's basically the whole story. And they go throughout time
Pumpkins-
and learn about what Halloween is.
Hold on, a pumpkin on a tree?
Yeah, it's pretty freaking baller.
Ray Bradbury, he's a genius.
Yeah,
He's a genius of science fiction. Pumpkins
Yeah.
on a tree, imagine.
the opening
can't
line
tell
of the
that's
entire
sarcastic,
cartoon
Yucky.
is like a poem. It's great.
Is it?
Yeah,
I need to watch it.
I highly recommend it. It's actually really
think-
good.
I think you said it expired off of Tubi.
Yeah, I think November 1st. Yeah.
No.
I think
But-
when I saw that on the listing, I thought it was the Charlie Brown Pumpkin King thing.
That's the Great Pumpkin, or no? Was it
Whatever.
Yeah.
Great Pumpkin King or whatever?
Yeah.
The pumpkin, the Great Pumpkin. and
But
Charlie
but
Brown.
that was the day before Halloween. Now the day Halloween, we actually went to my sister's, and she lives in like this like rich neighborhood where like the neighbors all give out full size candy bars and
In Pennyshot Manor.
yeah, Pennyshot Manor, obviously, and
Yeah.
like people put like those haunts in their house, like in their front yards and stuff.
Oh,
where you
yeah,
can, like
yeah, yeah.
walk through and do all this like crazy stuff. Like that's like that kind of thing. And they also have what they call adult stations on every road, which is basically free alcohol.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
What?
it's really
Dude,
freaking
I want to go
baller.
to Penny Shop Manor.
It's really freaking
We
baller.
all
We do it
do.
every year, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a drive for me because I had to drive about an hour and 15 minutes to get to her house. But other than that, like it was a fantastic evening. My kid got an entire like pillowcase full of candy, like absurd amount, like so much. I don't even think we'll be able to eat all of it. But he's happy, and sugar comas for the rest of the week. It was great.
God damn. God bless diabetes, huh, boys?
I know,
Hey.
right? I didn't eat that food anyways.
I spent the evening with my parents. Halloween, I don't like to do much. I like to go to my families, and I like to bring them movies that I think will kind of gross them out, you know? So I made them watch Demons, and
Nice.
they've been on a Halloween kick lately, like the movies Halloween, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I had them watch Halloween
terrible
3,
idea.
and and then we watched Halloween 4 as well, and we ended the evening with Barbarian, which I'd already seen before. Still good on a second watch.
Yeah, I still need to see it. It's on HBO Max now.
Yeah, it's great. You got to watch it if you haven't seen it yet.
You guys watched all those movies? That's impressive.
Yeah. I got there kind of early-ish. That's what I like to do with my Halloweens, man. I curate
You know,
'em.
Hot Dog's keeping his parents awake during. He's like, "Ma, wake up! This is the part in Halloween 3 where she's like, yeah."
What are you
Do you
doing,
like take the
Mom?
day off of work? Do you like get
Yeah.
off early? Like what do you do?
I took the day off.
Okay, yeah.
And I was at a record show the day before up north, so I didn't want to like drive late at night, so I just took the next day off to drive the next day. So it all worked out.
That's fair. I
Dude,
think I
this-
got off work at about 2, so.
This weekend, I got up super early to go to this just a small Shriners comic book convention, right?
Oh yeah.
And at like 7 in the morning, I'm like, all right, let's see how much the tickets are. Let's get the game plan going. And then I find out it's just like a game convention. I was pretty let down.
A
No,
game
pretty-
convention?
pretty-
What do you mean?
Just a
Gays?
gaming convention, I
Oh.
guess. I don't even know. I
You don't
even
want
know.
to just
I
do
don't
some
know if it's like
tabletopping?
I don't do any of that jazz. I don't
Top
play
some tables?
Monopoly. I don't play any games.
Like
Fuck
were they video games?
I
Tabletop
fucking hate games. Well, they were, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, I don't know, nerd games. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
retro
probably-
gaming's coming back, or it's been back. That's why prices are all crazy.
Well, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I just don't do that. I just don't fucking do it. So
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, this sucks. So I stayed in my house. Did nothing again. Again.
We've got my boy Tomba Hat in the chat. Good to see you, my guy. A lot of good people in the chat today, hearing us ramble about Halloween.
I don't like
It's
that one
insane.
guy, though.
Emotional damage!
Halloween's my favorite time of year. Like I've always loved it ever since I was a kid. So like everything's just perfect.
Sucks that it's over.
Yeah. Now the bad holidays are coming up.
I don't. Okay, here, unpopular opinion, especially for other horror heads out there. But am I the only one? I'm gonna whisper this, but am I the only one that doesn't give a F about Halloween? Like I don't care. I watch horror movies all year. Decorations, I feel like I could just buy on Amazon. Like it's just not a thing for me. It'd be like the person who's all hype about Christmas all year, and then Christmas comes around, and you're like, oh great, the normies are out and about. You know, the fucking Christmas celebrating normies are here to celebrate Christmas.
Emotional damage!
No, I think you're the only one who
Yeah.
thinks that.
Because I'm sure it
Yeah.
comes from, back in the day, when you were either too young, you couldn't control what horror movies you saw. Like, you waited for Halloween to come along, and then
Yeah.
things got spooky for you. You know what I mean?
But now I'm in control. I'm a master of my destiny.
Let loose a little bit. Don't be so in control.
What do you
know?
do? What would I
Flip
do if
on
I
the
were to let
television
loose?
and just see what comes on sometime. You know what
I used to go to costume parties and stuff, and I never cared about that. I barely dressed up half the time. I hate it.
Yeah, I had like one
hate dressing
cool Halloween party where I had like a collection of these like, Grindhouse and crazy trailers, and I put them on like at least like 3 TVs in different sections of the house. So, you know, there was always like a place for people to sit and just like watch these crazy trailers, and you know, there was music. You know, that was a good one.
Interesting.
That was just.
I think I'm going to become.
I just got to rope people into watching some of those Grindhouse trailers with me. That's it.
I feel like to be against the grain, I think I have to become a Christmas guy.
Ugh.
Christmas guy. Christmas guy. Christmas guy.
Okay, but can you actually sing Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" though? To be
I
a
can't
Christmas
hit the
guy.
notes.
All I want for Christmas is hot dogs.
Maybe we
No?
should all be Christmas guys.
Not
Christmas
to be
horror is
really
great.
become a Thanksgiving guy or an Easter guy. That's
Oh,
really
like a really
special.
obscure. That's like the hipster of fucking holiday goofballs.
Well, you know what
Holy
our
shit,
our
dude.
Christmas movie is going to be this year that we're going to review.
What?
Black Xmas.
Black Xmas. That's right.
Ugh.
For Yucky's sake. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the title of the episode is For Yucky's Sake, a
Yeah.
Black Christmas Tale.
I might rewatch it. I just seen it was up on. I
You
don't know,
will
maybe Hulu or
rewatch it
something.
because we're doing a show on it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can we at least like examine all the Black Christmas movies just
No,
to
no, no.
make
Just
it
the
a
good
little
one.
better? Like swallow the pill,
No, just the good one.
I'd be okay with it.
right?
I think I can hang.
Even like the newer one from like what 2-3 years
I
ago.
haven't seen that one, but yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Did you guys have a good Godzilla day?
Oh yeah, that happened. I did watch. I don't know
When
what
was
day it
that?
I watched the first one a couple days ago.
Godzilla Day was November 3rd. And it was
know,
they
where was I on
announced
November
a
3rd?
brand new Toho movie for next year.
It's
know.
not following in the footsteps of the Shin Godzilla, right?
No, it's not. They actually just revealed today that it's going to be like a post-war era World War II Japan. So
going back.
tons of tons of Godzilla movies are actually sequels to the original or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
they've been doing the fucking Halloween Ends thing forever.
Godzilla cinematic universe.
Yeah, dude. Like you got
By the
your
way,
Showa
not
era,
to-
your Heisei era.
Not to detract too much to go back to what we were talking about, but Dead Punk
talk
agreed
about
and said, "You mean the good Black Christmas?"
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. That is the good Black Christmas.
Maybe he was talking about the one I was talking about.
I doubt it. I don't think
No,
so.
no.
It's the second
He just
remake.
he
The first
he
remake's the best
mistyped
one.
it. He
Black
meant Black
guys.
Yeah.
Xmas.
Yeah, he probably
It's
did, and that's a
ridiculous.
common mistake.
So
So Godzilla, yeah, Godzilla. The timeline seems weird, and I don't know if I've ever tried to follow it. I don't really care when I'm watching Godzilla about the timeline.
yeah, I mean, there almost is no time. Like, you'll be lucky if like one or two of them maybe like match up or have a an actual.
I've always watched them like
continuity.
in no order though. Like I remember there was like a
Yeah,
Godzilla
same.
marathon every year growing up. Like it would be every year. It'd be Godzilla marathon, and I have no idea what movies I watched or what order or anything.
I always like that crazy one with that buff dude with the mustache and then all the mutant guys, and so
Oh,
all the
yeah.
fighting's cool. And I think it's like a Mecha Godzilla one, and Mecha Godzilla's all crazy.
Yeah.
By the
I don't know
way,
what that one is.
Jim Tuner in the chat with the $1 million idea. He should be a horror Christmas guy.
Emotional
Yes,
damage.
1 million. Maybe that's the thing. Make fucked up Christmas decorations that are very scary. Throw them in my front yard, and I'll dress up as like a scary Santa and scare children, and then start pounding on doors demanding.
Okay,
treats.
I'm going to tell you why that's not going to work, because I thought a few years ago, like, dude, I'm always going to be a scary Santa. I have a really nice Santa Claus outfit for Halloween. I even have a little bell that you're
Wait,
supposed
what do you mean
to like
for Halloween?
for Halloween, to dress up as a scary Santa for Halloween, right? Because you think, whatever, right? Dude, little kids will run up and hug you. They don't care if you're covered in blood or with an axe. They see something dressed up as Santa, they'd be like, Santa. I was like, this backfired on me.
That's fucked up and crazy.
So yeah. But how many like Christmas horror movies are you gonna really be able to dig
Bro,
into?
there's
You got
so
like
many.
Oh,
You've got
good ones?
five. Yes.
Silent Night,
And there's at
Deadly
least a
Night.
dozen killer Santa movies. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
there's
not
a billion.
good.
Santa's Sleigh's pretty fun, even if you just do the first few minutes with the Hanukkah scene. That's great scene. Great
is
scene.
that the one with Bill Goldberg?
Yeah, Bill Goldberg, and then the first 5 minutes you've got like James Caan and Chris Kattan.
See, that's
The
an
gruesome
all-star
twosome back
cast
again.
right there.
Oh my god.
You got at least 3 good Silent Night, Deadly Night movies.
See, we can't get out. This is why I love Halloween, is because you can't get people can't get out of it fast enough. We're talking Christmas already.
Yeah,
Christmas
let's
is
go.
already
Let's get
started.
into the Christmas spirit.
Christmas
Oh,
has
let me
already
at least
started.
let me at least mention that because of Godzilla Day, Toho released 2 Gigan shorts because I think it's the anniversary of Godzilla vs. Gigan.
Oh,
So there's a computer animated one for like the modern kids that is Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex, which is like a bigger, cooler version of Gigan. And then you got to look for it. But they also did a short featuring normal like rubber suits, right? For like the old guys,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
me,
yeah.
the people that they
None
were
of that
both
CG
entertaining.
crap for Yucky.
Hell no,
Man
because
in
then you're
suits.
it's like this is a video game. It's not a movie. It's a video game. Like
Yeah.
making like making miniatures and shit, and like knowing what speed to run the camera to make it look like these things are giant and walking all like slow, and there's something there. When you just do it all computer, it's like
It's like cheating almost.
I think it is. It's the tracing of
Now, I do want to talk about Christmas horror because I think it'd be kind of cool to like kind of start with our future shows, getting into that kind of stuff. But I have to ask, like, so Godzilla Day happened. What do you say was the 3rd or the 5th?
it was the third.
What does one do on Godzilla Day though? Like, is it like a whole routine? Like, do you wake up? Do you brush your teeth with like a Godzilla toothbrush? Like, what is it?
I'm pretty sure this was the first Godzilla Day, and I'm almost even more positive that it was only to like they had Japan had some sort of a I don't know I don't even know what you want to call it, like a YouTube stream or a
Okay, yeah, like a celebration stream.
like something of a celebration, and they released those shorts. They announced I think it was just to announce a new movie, right? Because like when you got Batman Day, and that's literally just to like what, just send people to go buy Batman shit. Like I think this was just to announce a movie. I don't think next November 3rd is going to be Godzilla Day again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do something very similar to Ultraman. Like they do Ultraman, the Japanese property. There's a giant YouTube channel where they release all the Ultraman episodes. They do like Ultraman, I guess like a yearly thing, like an Ultraman Day too. So I guess is it like is it just a commercial thing? Is it more like a Japanese thing? Because I do see it pretty often.
I'm sure it's like just like a commercial thing, or maybe it's like I know the Japanese people do, but I've only seen that type of shit since like bullshit like Twitter came around, right? Like they just making everything a stupid day. Like
There's
it's
just days for everything.
yeah. It's just
By
to
the
bring
way, if you're
fucking
if you're
awareness to
wondering,
Batman products,
if you're wondering
Shit.
what I do on Godzilla Day, every year I go out with a loaded gun and I shoot into the sky where I believe Godzilla would be if you were to rain down hellfire, just as like a preemptive strike, so he stays in the ocean.
I think you're just practicing, to be honest.
I mean, do you have a favorite Godzilla movie?
It's that crazy one I was talking about. I think it's Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I always forget the title, but everybody goes batshit in that movie, and it's got cool people fights, and then you've got Mechagodzilla and Godzilla fighting. It's just completely 11 out of 10. Balls out for Godzilla.
Hells yeah.
We got Art and Times of Jay Ryan speaking for the glorious Nippon. That's right.
I thought everybody's favorite Godzilla movie was Son of Godzilla.
Yeah, right.
You know what
I
is
didn't
cool
really-
that people don't talk about with Godzilla though? Is that Godzilla, the American Godzilla, is canon for those of you who don't know. In the
Yes.
Godzilla universe, his name is Zilla.
Yeah.
And just got hip tossed into the fucking stadium
make
and
fun
died.
of it.
Just absolutely
he's in
shut
one of the
the fuck
Japanese movies.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to do like a marathon of Godzilla movies, but that is a
hard.
time investment.
It's hard.
Just do it in like spurts of like 3 or 4, like because like I really like Godzilla Raids Again, and then the third one is Godzilla versus King Kong, I believe.
Did you say Godzilla rides again and
Raids.
oh, I thought they were all named
Rapes
like the
again.
Ernest movies, like Godzilla Scared Stupid, Godzilla Goes to Jail.
Oh my!
Well,
Hey, Dead Punk Gage is right. Shout Factory TV. You can watch a bunch of Super Sentai,
Oh yeah,
Ultraman, Kamen
Oh.
Rider.
I know what I was going
I,
to ask you, Gable.
Big
I'm
fan
sorry.
of those. Go ahead.
You watched the brand new Ultraman series that's coming out, right?
I've only watched the first couple episodes, and I kind of like forgot.
I heard this week for the Godzilla Day, they used an Ultraman villain that it uses the body of like the 70s Godzilla, so he kind of has that frog-looking face.
Yeah.
Face.
I am all
frog
for
face?
that.
Frog face. I was just curious if maybe you saw that.
No, I haven't seen it
oh
yet.
shit, old Godzilla.
Godzilla versus our mom. No.
Oh shit.
I hated the fucking Godzuki in the cartoon. You guys ever watch that cartoon?
Is that the
Little
baby one?
bastard Godzuki. It's what's the little one's name? The little one's is something else.
He has so many different names. Like, I mean,
the little baby Godzilla.
Yeah, baby Godzilla's
right?
called Minya, Manila, Gadzuki, Godzilla.
No,
Jr.,
Godzuki's different.
Little
Godzuki's
Godzilla.
got the wings in the cartoon.
But he's in the fucking cartoon, though. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like fucking whatever. You know what I mean? There's no continuity.
And that's for the best. You don't really need continuity with Godzilla films.
Yes, Jay Ryan. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes there's
God,
weird,
there's-
though.
So many of these Japanese things have like millions of it. When I found out Mill Creek was releasing the Ultraman series, I was
Yeah,
immediately like,
cheap, too.
I'm gonna get the whole series on
Right.
Blu-ray, and that stopped around volume 7. I was like, okay,
Dude,
I can't
'cause
do this anymore.
I think there's 36
Yeah, there's
fucking
30
seasons.
some
so
seasons.
many. I really didn't know what I was
It's
getting
ridiculous.
into. Now I feel like a fucking quitter.
I always think it's funny, like everybody remembers Power Rangers, like back in the '90s, was it '95 or whatever? Like that was like
Changed
the
our lives.
17th season of Super Sentai or something crazy like that. People don't understand like how long that stuff has been going on for.
Yeah, dude, like people are crazy in America about continuity and they think like Japanese media is going to overtake Western media, but like wait till Western, like they change shit every, like you got, I mean, those shows had a little longer seasons, right? Like maybe 50, 60 episodes sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they would change. It's like, I don't know if American audiences could handle, maybe they can. Maybe they were trained with like growing up with Power Rangers and actually having it change. And I don't know. That would
Well,
drive me
Glad-
crazy.
Glad to see everyone in chat is on board with the Godzuki hate. Thank you guys so much. Solidarity means a lot to me here. We're a community, and we're all in this together now. That's right.
Now,
Dude.
each season of Super Sentai though was like different. Like they were all different.
Yeah.
They would often have like crossover. They would have like a movie where like the previous season would cross over with the new season, but then that was it. But now, like I think like the newer stuff, it's like they share some of the costumes. It's like a little more of a world, and you really saw that in Power Rangers, where it's like, hey, Power Rangers only had one season of Japanese footage to go off of, but they stretched that bitch for 3 seasons. You know, and they're like, we were running out, so it's just funny.
Jim Turner says Puppet Master is the American version of Super Sentai.
It never ends.
Hey, could you imagine being a writer in like the early 90s and like, hey, there's this show we need you to write for, a bunch of Japanese people in suits fighting, and then as it progresses, you're like, well, what's up for us next season? Now they travel through time, I guess. They're time rangers, and the next season they're animals. They have animal powers, and that's all. That's your problem now.
Ninjas and stuff now.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
they have
it would be
cars.
easy. At least you have the video, so I mean, there's not that much you can do aside from what they. I mean, you could do a lot with the characters you're writing, but with the Japanese footage, I mean, what they're fucking doing is what they're doing. If they're writing, if they're
that's
fighting
it.
a bee guy, it's like we're fighting a bee guy.
Yeah, but then you got to name the bee guy, and you got to name him something like Beezius.
Berserker.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, I mean, most Power Rangers episodes
I'll
were
get
like
you, hot dog
20 minutes.
rangers. I'm sorry, Gable.
No. Most Power Ranger episodes were like 20 minutes long, and 16 of that was like footage of the American actors, and then
Yeah.
quickly chopped up versions of like the Japanese footage. That's basically what the first 3 seasons was.
Isn't it crazy that out of all the people through all the Power Rangers, the only one that came out with like a semblance of a career is Tommy?
Yeah, does he though? But what's her face?
I mean,
He's got
Yeah, I
a
thought
whole
he was just
cult
like
thing.
I thought he just like went to a lot of conventions and shit.
Yeah, but then he's
Like-
like doing MMA as the
Is he?
Green Ranger or whatever.
Yeah, he's come back for like 12 different seasons of Power Rangers.
Yeah, and he kept coming back.
Yeah, I think he
You gotta
always,
have the screech, right?
he was never embarrassed over it. That was the thing. He was never embarrassed. A lot of the other actors were.
Those bastards.
Oh, Tsunami. There you go.
Yeah, Tsunami.
Tsunami.
You know, there was this Godzilla game on PS4 that dropped, and I was already in the mood for a Godzilla game. This was like years ago, and I was like, oh, I better buy this game instantly. So I did, and the game was one of the biggest pieces of shit I ever played. I think it's just called Godzilla on PS4. Now that game's worth $300 because it was so bad, they just tried to take it out of circulation.
They just stopped.
Yeah, and they should have. They should never have. It is really bad. And I still played the shit out of it.
Never sell your stuff, kids. That's
right.
The moral of the story.
Never sell anything.
Yeah. You never know what's going to be worth anything, so save everything.
Yeah. So if you're also sitting on that Godzilla game, you can make some paper on that thing.
Yeah. I mean, some of like my horror Blu-rays that like they're terrible freaking movies, but for some strange reason they sell for hundreds of dollars. I'm like,
I've been tempted lately. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I look
too.
at that horror collection and I'm just thinking, like, dude, all these stupid Vinegar Syndromes that I hate, I might be able to flip.
It's like, do I need these? No, not really. They're not even good movies.
The problem is everybody has all that shit though. You know,
there's always new collectors entering the space, though. Or then you have that guy who buys everything, but then he also sells everything because he can't afford anything.
I did buy two of something. I had a Messiah of Evil slipcover, and I only wanted to get this because the Blu-ray is really old. It's from like, I don't even know, 2008, and they did like a reprint for this slipcover and a T-shirt. And I was like, well, I guess it's worth it just to get this old Blu-ray. But I've been trying to sell that slipcover and T-shirt now for frickin' like, I don't even know, 4 months. I think I just sold it. I just shipped it out the other day.
Not many Messiah of Evil fans, I guess.
What the fuck, man? That's a great movie, you bastard.
I know somebody who sold their original Friday the 13th box set just before the Shout Factory one got announced.
Oh, that's good.
And made because it was going up for like $200-300.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So I rewatch those things occasionally. Like I still have the big Halloween Blu-ray set too.
Yeah,
I still have all that, and like I still occasionally will put one in and watch them. So I will never sell those guys.
Yeah. But then there's definitely like all that weird Vinegar Syndrome bullshit. That some of that goofball Mausoleum. Yeah, dude, I'm really eager to fucking watch Mausoleum again.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Like I was ready to turn it off, but just when I started it.
So many people like that movie, and I felt like I was fucking up because I didn't like any of that movie.
It's goofy. It's got like the tits with the mouth.
Yeah, that was the only good part, and that's at the very end. And then you've got that goofball guy in it. Oh man, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now.
It's crazier than a lot of these other like Grindhouse drive-in movies that get the Blu-ray treatment. You know,
dude, copies of that are selling for $150 with the slipcover.
Of what?
That is of Mausoleum. That's fucking haram.
Shit. I never get the slipcover.
I still have mine.
Dead Punk says, I can't get rid of any of my stuff. I don't care how much space I lose. Man, I'm half of that. Like sometimes I look at how much space I need or could use, and then I'm thinking, and I'm looking at my Blu-rays like they're turkeys in a cartoon when the character's hungry, you know?
I look at it and go, yep, I paid like $30 plus for every single one of these things.
It's just such a stupid hobby now. I'm just gonna rant about collecting right now, but I have not been wanting to buy movies. Like I used to buy movies all the time. You guys know that. Everybody, I mean, that's what this channel is all about. And lately, I haven't wanted to buy anything because I'm just burnt by the hobby. You know, we got 4K now. So companies who just released Blu-rays 6 months ago are now releasing 4Ks.
Yeah, and I don't even trust
Emotional damage.
No, and how could you?
There's so much shit online that's like humans can't even see in 4K. Like I just don't believe it. It's not like, I don't think it's an upgrade.
It's the principle of the matter that you just tricked us into buying this bullshit. And it just makes me not want to buy anything. And then all the weird Vinegar Syndrome stuff of like, we're only making 50 copies of this, so you better buy it or else it's going to be too fucking expensive later. Like that shit's just annoying. And I almost want no part of it.
Even a modern movie, most modern movies are still shot on 2K cameras. How the fuck can you have a 4K movie if it's still on a 2K camera?
I mean, old things, it's noticeable.
I doubt it.
What's it called? what's the movie where she's
They just
dancing?
gave you TVs and players.
And Dario
just-
Argento. No, very close. Dario Argento films the girls
Suspiria.
dance. Suspiria looks great. The Texas Chainsaw looks great.
They
there's
look
also
great on
new-
Blu-ray. What are you talking
They look
about?
Texas
better.
Chainsaw was 16,
the scans,
though.
but the scans were done in 2K or 4K, even though it's not on a 4K media.
I know,
But it
they
looks
still
great.
They're fine.
They look great. Don't
I
get me
still
wrong.
even think Jason movies look better on VHS because
you're
they
one
were
of those
darker.
guys.
Yeah, you're one of those guys.
Well, because they were darker. You
Say,
know.
hold on, Yucky. Can you say that again for me?
Darker. I'm sorry.
Say that take again.
What?
That take you just said about Jason movies look better. What?
He wants to record it. Go ahead, say it.
Just say it.
But we just did record it. It's a
Would you
live
just say it?
stream.
Would you just
I
say it?
can't. I can't repeat it verbatim.
Oh my god. Well, just do your best.
Ruined.
Okay.
All right, let's keep
Jesus, guys. Jason. The problem with Jason. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this?
God.
Holy
Failure.
shit.
Yeah, I don't just
There.
repeat things.
moving. He just wanted to boo you. That's really what it was about.
Yeah, that's fine. I accept the booze. I'm not a performing monkey. What the hell?
I remember when I first got into collecting and you'd see some of these weirdo takes like Yucky just said of like, actually, I think Texas Chainsaw looks better when I'm peeking through a blanket outside. Of just like stupid fucking, like on VHS,
But at least-
come on.
But at least I'm not like some vinyl collector, and I'm not like it sounds
Okay.
better. I'm not
You know
saying
what-
it sounds better. I'm saying it looked better because it's darker or whatever. Like sometimes that fuzziness adds to like
Sometimes
you know,
not being able to see the director's vision helps. Case in
I'm just
point,
saying.
Mausoleum
I'm
would be
just
better
saying,
on
when
VHS.
you saw the first Halloween movie, did you see it all crisp and clear, or did you see that Blockbuster Video fucking tape? You know.
You know that I think it was a Good Times video. I don't know if you guys remember Good Times
Good
at
Times,
VHS Company.
yeah.
Ooh, easily the most dog shit of them all.
Yeah.
You know. I'm just saying.
That was the
my-
take that won me over though on that side was when somebody said, "I want to watch the movies in what the director saw when he's recording them."
Yeah, that's
or
how I
making
was,
them.
too.
And I was kind of like, that makes the most sense. So that was kind of my goal when I was collecting was to find the best quality version, scan everything. You know.
Yeah, I had a buddy that was obsessed with like it. He wanted like the 35 millimeter like experience, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Proper aspect ratio.
yeah, everything, right?
None of that pan and scans.
Like,
So
what was
Dead-
it like
Dead
to
Punk's
sit in
kinda
the
with
movie
you.
theater in 1978, right?
Dead Punk's kind of with you. There's a weird charm to Friday the 13th on VHS, especially if that's who you grew up in the VHS generation. That is true, but ultimately I'm going to want to watch the clearest one. Tim Olson. Actually, Friday the 13th looks better after I hit myself in the head with a frying pan.
oh,
That's right. He's just scared to watch
It is
popcorn,
very
scary movies.
spooky.
Don't pretend like Friday the 13th is not a great film.
They're fun. They're good
Right.
times, guys.
What the
It's got
fuck?
Kevin Bacon.
I was almost on. I almost had a topic, but I think I blanked on it.
Rip.
Back on Good Time.
Oh,
Dead Punk brings
no,
up.
the reason. Hold on a second. I cannot
Yeah,
lose
no,
this.
got
I
you.
just lost
Okay,
it.
we got reel it in.
Ugh.
We got it.
So, don't you think the main reason you're slowing up on movies is because, like, what the fuck else is there for them to release?
Yes,
Like, it's
that's
literally
absolutely part of
bullshit.
it. So now it's a lot of things that I already own that I'm now buying again in 4K, which I'm not upgrading everything. Vinegar Syndrome just dropped Texas Chainsaw 2 in 4K, which I'll probably pick up. Severin is a lot of these guys too are digging further into the barrel that they've already been down to the bottom of.
Well,
Like
dude,
it's fucking obscene.
Severin announced Curse what is it, the Deadly Spawn, like before
Oh, did they
COVID,
really?
and then, well,
Oh.
they've announced it twice
Like a long
now.
time ago. I think
Twice.
I think Synapse did.
Synapse, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, Synapse,
yeah.
not Severin. Yeah, they announced it twice so far, and there's still no goddamn movement. You know,
Yeah,
I think
they-
some of
they
the only
did that a
horror
few
movies,
times.
like where the hell is Prom Night 2 on Blu-ray? Like Prom Night 2's nowhere. That should be
Yeah.
easy. That's a
You-
come on.
Every time there's a rumor about Vestron and a new release, everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's Prom Night 2," and it's never Prom Night 2.
It needs to be. Where's Freaks? Todd Browning's Freaks?
Here's a better one. Where's Freaked with Alex Winter?
Yeah.
Well, it came out, but I think it was illegal. So, like, that's one of those. Like, it's like a $200 Blu-ray.
I've got the DVD, which is okay, but man,
There is a
like,
guy on eBay called Davey D who makes bootlegs. You can get freaked for probably like $20 or $25.
Yeah, I found a site. Nasser has a site that he uses to buy boots. And that's it was kind of reasonably priced, which is surprising. Or I guess it shouldn't be surprising, right? Like, what the fuck do they care?
They're boots.
Yeah, but still, that's why they got to come up with these stupid box sets. It's like, well, we collected like, I don't know, like 8 fucking drive-in movies. Let's put them together. People will buy it.
Well, that's always been a problem with like a lot of the, like DVD and Blu-rays. They'll get the rights to something, and they're like, well, shit, can't find any of the reels for it, so we're just gonna release a VHS copy, and just like. I hate you. Code Red used to do that shit all the time. Scorpion Releasing used to do all that shit.
Yeah, but those guys were kind of fucking goofy. Like, I don't even think they had rights half the times when they did some of the releases. Because one of them, who was it? Bill Olsen? Which one was the Banana Man?
Banana Man, yeah. Bill
Banana
Olsen
Man used to
Code Red.
flip out. He would flip out when other people would release movies. Yeah, do you not know the legend of Banana Man?
No,
Bill Olsen ran Code Red, and then his brother, Walt, I think?
Yeah, Walter.
Owned Scorpion, and Bill would, for some reason, started wearing a banana costume for like promotional. But then he started doing it in interviews. So he's starting to interview these actors who were in these movies, and they're just looking at him the whole time like, "Are you fucking crazy?" Which he was wacky. He'd always post the bullshit he was eating at McDonald's, but then he'd also post like the hole in his leg that the untreated diabetes gave him and shit. And then like,
guy.
Yeah, he's a very odd guy. And other companies would talk about releasing whatever movie, and he'd be like, "They don't have the rights to that. That's my movie." And,
I got the electric chair, guys.
He would start shit with a lot of people quite a bit. Yeah, he was a very interesting character in the.
He would be like he'd be a lolcow if like only 4 people cared.
Yes, and one of the things that got him a lot of shit was he did a house tour of his apartment or whatever in L.A. And he's showing people like there's movies everywhere because he's shipping from his house, I guess.
Yep.
And next to the toilet was a box of movies to be shipped, like open box of stock. And he was also notorious to where, let's say you put in an order for Code Red, 4 weeks goes by, you haven't got your shit, you reach out to Mr. Olsen, and he'll go, "You know what? I'm canceling your order. Fuck off."
I'm only one guy here. What do you guys expect from me?
Happened all the time.
Crazy.
Completely unhinged. Yeah, an absolute legend of the space.
Yeah, love him.
That's why I never bought directly from Code Red. Hey, I don't know what happened to him.
I don't either. I got out of that game.
Yeah, same.
Let's loop back around to what the hell have you guys you guys are discarding Halloween from what I'm getting from this whole stream. Like, this whole stream is like some anti-Halloween. You're now going to become like Christmas.
Red
Christmas
Christmas boys.
freaks.
You're only
The
as
Red
good as
Christmas
your next
gang.
big thing, and that next big thing is going to be Christmas.
Yeah, all I want for Christmas is blood.
Yeah. Garbage day.
There's just not enough. Like, I go for there's the Tales from the Crypt Amicus from the 60s that has the All Through the House.
Yeah.
That's
Larry
a good
Drake.
one. You know, everyone knows Silent Night's a good one.
Oh, I mean, you've also
else?
got
There's nothing
Christmas. What's
Christmas
the
Evil.
Christmas Evil?
That's
Why am I
not
clapping?
good.
I got people to do that for me. It is good. In fact, no, Yucky, you're correct. It's not good. It's great.
Yeah. Another Black Xmas.
That's right.
Yeah, you got Black Christmas, the original Black Christmas by Bob Clark. The classic.
Which isn't a good movie, but then
It's
you
a
get Black
fantastic
Xmas.
movie. It's got Margot Kidder in her prime.
Greatest thing about that movie is the fact that it was the basis of Black Xmas.
Yeah.
No, it's got that one girl. Who's that fucking girl? Who's the main girl from Black Christmas? Wasn't she in something else?
Margaret Kidder?
No, the main girl.
Is she not in that?
She is.
Margot Kidder? No.
Come on, guys.
I
Come
don't know.
on,
I
Chad.
don't like that movie.
That
I don't
chick.
care who's in that movie.
Olivia.
I like that.
I don't give a shit because
something.
it's just a slasher. Like by
It's
all
not
accounts,
a slasher. It's a
not
scary
slasher,
like
it's a scary movie.
the guy in the.
It's a pro. It's called. They call it a proto slasher.
oh my fucking god, I'm going
It's
to
like the
choke
first
myself.
slasher. It's the first American slasher. But I'm like, well, not me. No, I mean, I guess Psycho.
Is it Olivia Hussey or whatever?
Yeah.
that her name?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what Dead
damn it.
Punk's
Oh,
saying.
she was
Oh,
Romeo
there
and
you go.
Juliet. Is that it? Is that what I remember her from? Romeo and Juliet. She was Juliet. Come on, guys.
And of all the people you remember in that movie, you think Margaret Kidder would be the one?
Easily the number one.
Well, I did say her first.
Especially
then
your love
I
of,
was trying to think who
Superman.
this chick is.
Dead Punk is asking what we think of the Silent Night remake.
Didn't watch it.
I didn't like it. I didn't care for it.
I don't think it's too bad. It's based on a true story also, and that makes it kind of freakier to me. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, spoiler alert, in the movie they talk about this thing that Santa did where like he goes into a Christmas party where he finds out his wife was cheating on him or something, and he lights him up with a flamethrower, and that happened.
My problem with the new Silent Night, it's one of those movies where it was like that weird shift in the 2000s where they kind of like studios kind of thought like, well, people want to see these people die, so let's make them the most like annoying, freaking disgusting people, so they deserve it. And I get for Silent Night, a guy running around killing like quote unquote naughty people, they're gonna do that. But I just thought I guess I just didn't care. If I don't care for the people, like I saw that movie Driller Killer where the dude goes around killing bums. I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, who cares about this? Like, I didn't care for the victims because they were just all shitty.
Tim's saying, wasn't that Blood Feast? Wasn't that the first slasher, or is he wrong? I always feel like it's hotly debated between Black Christmas and Halloween.
What
That's
about,
like
what about the Bava film?
and Blood and Black Lace,
Yeah.
I think is one that
Yeah.
comes up too for the first slasher.
But
I would
that was
call Blood
still a
Feast more of a
shallow.
splatter film.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
It
I
was
don't know
a
anything about
slasher.
Blood Feast. Wait, Blood Feast, is that the Herschel Gordon Lewis?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's more like a
That's
splatter.
more of a splatter film.
Yeah, a yucky movie.
Yeah, Dead Punk Gage says Psycho is usually
Psycho.
recognized as the Godfather of slasher films, right? But some people say Dementia 13 because doesn't that have like a beheading? I can't recall.
I think I own that, and I haven't seen it yet.
I think I do too. Francis Ford Coppola, didn't he
Yep.
redo that like either right before Godfather 3?
I have no
Dakota.
idea.
The Coda.
We'll just keep calling. All of these are just proto slashers.
So there's a lot of good Christmas slashers, I think, is what we've established. More than you're giving credit to.
I'm just saying.
Dude, Krampus? Krampus is a good Christmas horror movie?
Man,
I
have
do like
seen
Krampus,
Blood
yeah.
Feast? I don't know if I've ever seen Blood Feast. I can't think of it right now.
I
else
think
is
that's the
Yeah,
one
but
that's
Krampus is like a black comedy. You know what I mean? Not like
but it's still a
horror
Christmas
film.
horror movie. It's
Meh.
got cool creatures. It's got people getting eaten.
Meh, E10.
I mean, the peak Christmas horror film has to be Jack Frost, right?
Ugh.
That one's up there too. That's a
That's
solid
another one. Just
ass
another
movie.
like black comedy. Like that's like comedy.
Oh
or
no, a
horror.
movie made me laugh.
It's not horror.
I hate it when a movie makes
Horror
me
comedies aren't horror.
Yeah. When I sit down to watch a horror movie, I fold my arms and I say, "Frighten
Oh.
me,
Don't open till Christmas.
scare me.
scare me, you fucking pussies."
you piece of shit.
Speaking of which, didn't you just go see Terrifier 2? How was that?
I didn't go see it. It went to
Ugh.
see me. I streamed it
Oh.
because it's on Screambox.
Oh,
so sign up for
shit.
the free trial, and then if you like documentaries, keep it or just cancel the fucker. Like I'm gonna do. So.
It's pretty cheap though, right? Isn't
It's $5, and then it'll
Yeah.
go up because they all do.
So
Screambox has
did
been
you
out for a while,
Puke? Did you do?
Dude, I shit and came my pants out of fucking fear, guys.
Oh, that's a good
Were you
endorsement.
like
I always tell myself I'm going to keep the show clean, and I'm the only one who's swearing and talking about busting nuts and shit. Jesus
right?
Christ.
Yeah.
It's fucking
What's
hard.
going on?
I was gonna ask
You
you to
guys supposed to
stop
keep me-
after the.
You guys are supposed to
in the
keep me in
after
check
show.
here.
Well, I didn't want to do it live.
Me and
you
Yucky
know?
are classy gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for holding it down. But anyways,
Yeah, did was it because I fucking hate like All Hallows Eve and Terrifier, so
yeah. So
I don't really give
Okay.
a shit, but people are like, it's so gory. I'm very
gonna-
happy that it's like doing so well because I
Yeah.
think real horror is independent horror. I don't think Hollywood's ever really made successful horror.
yeah, absolutely.
Rip James. Bond.
I hate Terrifier 1, just to be clear. I
not
don't.
good.
No, I
I'm a
think
clown or
it's
something.
bad. One of my big issues with it that I've gotten shit on this take before is that I think it's too mean spirited.
Right?
People are always confused by what that means when it comes to horror.
Gorehounds.
It's gorehound shit. There's people die for seemingly no reason. There's no reason to why this guy's doing this thing.
Horror film.
It's
He's
just
just killing
it doesn't.
people.
He's just, but not only is he killing people, he's destroying people. He's
What are the
brutal
themes here?
on
I don't
people.
see the relevance.
Shock value kills.
So Terrifier 2 at least is has a plot which is surprising.
Wow,
I
really?
think it's a little dumb, but it works. Like I'm not mad at it. It still does some of the mean-spirited shit that I don't like watching him obliterate people that don't have a fucking chance to fight back irks the shit out of me. And it's just like picking on helpless people.
And is every
so I
like
don't like
it's
that.
2.5 hours, right? So is every freaking kill scene
The
like
first-
15 minutes?
The first hour or so goes by pretty quick. Like I was actually really impressed with the pacing. Yeah, you'd be very surprised, and it really doesn't start to drag until the last half hour or so, and that's when I started thinking like, all right, we could probably do some edits here. Like there's got to be some of this shit that we can leave onto the floor because some of this is not necessary at all. But yeah, there's a plot. There's like lore to it. There's some cool shit that I liked. So overall, I didn't love this, but I didn't hate the time I watched it. I was into it. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I like that.
At least you're on board.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
And they
if
do
you
some
cute.
Tommy shit, which you'd love. So,
Really?
which I then watched Tommy afterward.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
That was
which
a
one.
good
Tommy
decision.
Unlimited, I think.
Ugh.
Hey, at least the body horror stuff's cool. I'm easy to impress. I fucking love the basket case movies. You don't have to fucking.
You should look
know,
up on. I think on
impress me.
YouTube you can see. I haven't even seen this, but I still suspect it's good. Tommy versus Tommy, because
Yeah,
two
no,
Tommys hate
that
each
sounds
other.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, all Tommys destroy each other. If you
Dead
guys
punk.
don't know what Ginger Ito's Tommy is, man, that's like my obsession for the past few
It's
years.
good. It's good stuff.
I love it.
Dead Punk says that's why I want to see Art the Clown pick on someone his own size, like Jason Voorhees or the Creeper. At least have him when he fights people or something. Have somebody that starts trying to fuck him up a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, it's one thing to just kill people, but it's another thing where he's like ripping people apart and biting shit off of people, and that person can't do anything, and it just feels sadistic.
There's always that one guy hitting Jason with a baseball bat.
Yeah, at least
Right.
a little bit of effort in there.
Right, and he pushes the girl away and then turns around and then crushes that guy's head or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Gorehound. I mean, I love
I don't either.
gore. That's what's so weird about it. I love gore. I do want to be freaked out by the effects, right? I want to squirm because that's really jump scares don't do really much for me. So I want to squirm, but at the same time, yeah, I don't like these like Hatchet and all those long drawn out just like I'm gonna rip open their mouth and then like shove my hand down their throat and they just like just too much.
But see, Terrifier takes that even further, and I guess that's where some people love it, and then other people hate it. Like he just keeps going. There's one kill that he just keeps like ripping parts of this person off, and it doesn't feel like it's doing like achieving any goal or anything. I don't know. It's senseless. For some people, that's a plus, I guess. I don't know. Not me.
Right.
I
Yeah,
like
I
a good
think,
gore
I think he's a
scene,
good
but I
rival.
don't like a whole gore movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just saw Evil Dead Trap.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Japanese movie?
You
Yeah,
saw
it's a
that months
Japanese-
ago.
Yeah, but I just
You
Hey,
didn't
remember
the audience
it
don't
again.
know that.
Yeah, because
I
Evil
do.
Dead. Yeah,
I'm
You
breaking
stupid
kayfabe.
asshole.
I've had enough of this lying piece of shit.
it's because
Fucking trash, man.
God damn it, I'm a liar.
All right.
Well, I
you
just saw it.
Evil Dead Trap. Yeah,
it's
you
an
just
it's
saw
a
it the
movie
other
from
day.
1988.
Yeah, no, we know
I
you
just
saw it,
saw
like,
it.
He just saw it in
a couple
theaters.
days ago.
You son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
We know you just saw the
got
movie.
molested in the little boy's room.
So was it good or what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying, Jesus, yeah, this was supposed to be like a 20-second comment, not a bit.
It's a bit now.
The whole show's a bit.
I'm just saying that it started off with someone like I think putting a razor blade through an eyeball. That always gets me.
Yeah, it's good.
Someone had these like long spikes that just like go into them and go through them and then just kind of keep going through them. Really cool. So I appreciate the I appreciate the gore, but yeah, I just don't appreciate.
I like when the gore is earned, like with the spike in the eyeball and Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. To me, I feel the tension. It works for the gore scene. A lot of the other stuff, maybe not so much. But I think when it's earned, I think gore scenes do have a special impact.
Yeah, because
But
like I
too
said,
much,
this is
nah.
it's like 2.5 hours. Do we learn this clown's freaking origin story or something? Or
They give you enough clues, kind of, to know that there's something there, and I'm assuming the next one they spell it out for you.
Terrifier 3.
I'd say
Once again,
Terrifier
I'm
3
happy
been
for
confirmed?
success.
I'm sure. This
sure.
one did so great. Like,
Did so
there's
well.
no
Yeah, I
way.
did very well,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, congrats to that man, because like that's when really good movies start to take place. When things like all these Hollywood franchises are just so worn out, but all those things started as these little independent movies, right?
Yeah, like Megan coming out.
I'm kind of excited for that. I think
I
that's
am
going to be the
too.
version of Child's Play I like.
It looks schlocky, and I'm all for it.
It does look schlocky. It definitely makes me think of like Child's Play meets Upgrade. I got
Yeah.
Upgrade vibes from it.
Yeah, it looks fun. Is that next week?
No, didn't they
Oh.
move up the release?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Jim Tuner says ripping up the people slowly doesn't advance the plot or develop the characters.
Yeah.
Not till January 6th, apparently.
Damn,
Oh, really?
that's a
Yeah.
ballsy movie to release
Jesus.
on January 6th.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, you're gonna let people know about it, I suppose. But
I want to shut the country down for January 6th.
No,
I don't think that should happen again. The only way to learn is if we just knock out all the fun stuff people were doing.
get out and
Remember
vote, people.
Yeah.
the 6th of January.
I guess that's like the next thing coming around, right?
Voting?
Going out. Oh yeah, you guys voting?
No.
Yeah, Tuesday. I always vote.
I don't know if I am gonna vote.
You should.
I'm not sure.
You're American.
No one has brought up the client list of Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell, so I'm just like, what, are any of these people okay to vote for? I don't.
No,
get it.
none of them.
I check everyone against the flight logs from Jeffrey Epstein. So far, everyone's on them. So
Yeah.
I'm not voting
That's
again.
why I'm thinking about becoming an accelerationist, right? Like,
Yeah, that's a good one.
if I don't vote, things will just go the way they're going. We'll burn it down quick and fast. I don't know.
It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing.
It's the lesser of two evils kind of thing.
Especially what's really funny is there's like two guys in my local area running for Senate, and they're like our local, like our old local, like weatherman and old local newscaster, and their fucking commercials are just so stupid where it's just like, you trusted him to give you the weather every day.
That's
Now you can
hilarious.
trust. I'm like, people are supposed to rely on this.
You
like,
need
it's,
to link me to one
Yeah.
of those so I
That
can
is
see it.
hilarious.
it's
That sounds
hilarious,
crazy.
dude. I'm
That
like,
sounds like
this
a
is- it's-
joke.
It's like for grandmas or something, dude. Like,
I was gonna say I'm getting tired of all like the politic like mail and phone calls. Like it's
Text
really
messages,
heavy right
too.
now. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really heavy right
God.
now. And I'm going. I would love a weatherman fight. Like that's what I would love.
is there good election day horror movies? I don't think so.
I don't
There's
know. All I
that
can
one
think of
called
is Uncle
Election
Sam.
Day by
I'm sure there's Uncle Sam.
Chris LaMartina, I think.
You know, we could talk about Gable. Did you end up trying to watch that fight circus yesterday?
I did
link
not.
to?
No.
Very
The
surprised.
Fight
How was it?
Circus.
How
I
was it?
tried. So if you guys don't know what Fight Circus is, this is something that I got ads for recently because I guess I like enough weird shit. It's this fighting match in Thailand that they host, I guess. I don't know how often. And they do crazy cards. They do like Siamese twin versus Siamese twins, and like
What?
one fight is a man, male to female transsexual fighting a male, and then they're doing one with like a big guy and a little guy,
Oh my
and then
God.
one guy versus three guys, and just all
where
kinds
is
of
this?
weird mismatches online. That's what I linked to yesterday in our chat. And
Yeah, I
they do
didn't
that
want
in Thailand.
I didn't want to
But
click on some weird thing called Fight Circuit.
I
didn't trust
tuned
it.
in, and apparently there was a car accident, and the ring spilled all over the Thailand freeway.
What?
And they were late on putting it together, so I didn't catch any of it. So I'm probably gonna watch the replay
Oh.
after this is done. I think because I want to see what the
crazy.
spectacle's about. Yeah, they had fights in phone booths, fights in cars and shit, like
Clip-
grappling and stuff.
Yeah, I saw the
bare knuckle
tweet.
Burmese bare knuckle boxing is one of the things.
Clip it for next week's show if anything good happens.
The tweet said, "Send your lawyers guns and money."
Yeah, that was the name of this fight. So.
Well, that was
Dead
the
Punk?
name of the fight.
Yeah, Dead Punk asked if it's a Russian fight company. I don't think it's Russian because the guy was American as shit, and he kept talking about how the Russians were ripping him off by throwing similar fights. So he kept being like, "Oh, the Russians are gonna love this one."
Probably
Oh,
from
Jim Turner
Ukraine,
says
then.
the Purge election.
There you
Yeah,
go.
good one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot. Purge movies are always.
What about could we count The Hunt? Remember that
I
one that
still
caused a
haven't seen
stir?
it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, I was expected to hate it because of all the hubbub and the mixed reactions, and I ended up really enjoying it.
Yeah, I thought I hate it for the political message, but then I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? It's okay. Like
I love it
that's
for the
not
political
point.
message.
Jim Tuner says, and we can't even do bum fights legally in the U.S. Yeah, and I think that's why they're doing it in Thailand. But then I would think they wouldn't broadcast it on Fight TV. Like I would think that would make it like I don't know. So they were also doing like Indian leg wrestling. There's one fight called Only Legs and Only Arms, where I guess well, that's what it sounds like. White collar boxing, where they have two businessmen in suits fighting. So basically, just ape shit fight, which I'm ready to watch, and yeah, it didn't happen. I don't know if it
I'm
got
always
canceled or
down
what.
for combat sports, so
I'm always down for weird shit. So this is like our middle ground, Gable.
yeah.
I can't
We
do,
have
like,
new
I-
friends now.
I can do lots of horror movies. I can't do a real gore. I just can't do it. And
It's
I've
just
seen too many
boxing, dude.
people.
It's just
yeah, but
wacky
remember that
boxing.
one kickboxer dude that like put his leg up to block and
he's
the dude
broke?
kicked his shin and then he
Yeah.
steps back to step back on the
and it
foot
just
and it turns into like a
falls.
rubber sock, dude. I
Yeah.
was so disgusted. I couldn't get over it, dude. I was just like, oh my god, PTSD.
Yeah, first I thought you were describing Jean-Claude Van Damme in Kickboxer. I was like, what? I didn't know exactly where you were going with it, but now I know.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
No, most fights don't end that way. Most fights, there's a little bit of
Trauma,
blood, black eyes and stuff, but that's about it. Bloody noses.
Oh my god.
It's all great though.
What is Dead Punk Gage says that's political but not an election horror film.
I thought the whole thing was that it was because of an election.
Yeah, I would call that, I don't know, that's like a weird like what would you call those type of purge movies? Or it's like
I don't
almost
know.
a
The Purge movies are
dystopian-
definitely political.
I mean they're
there's-
political, but they're like he's like
Yeah.
they're not horror movies, but I'm like are they like kind of dystopian sci-fi, almost like Logan's Run, or like, but it's all like pro. It's like pro socialist instead of anti.
Political horror. Class warfare, basically.
Yeah, class warfare. Class warfare.
Oh, I remember that Gage. Oh my gosh. Sid Vicious jumping off the turnbuckle and his legs snapping in half.
Ugh.
One thing that Jim Tuner brought up earlier that we didn't even mention was the Jason TV show that got announced.
Oh my god. I'm excited it's
Young
on
Jason.
Peacock so I can fucking watch it.
Cautiously optimistic. I'm not going to say anything until it actually is on.
I love Brian Fuller.
Yeah, isn't that the showrunner of Hannibal or something?
Hannibal.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we'll
Cautiously
see.
optimistic.
I mean, I imagine it's gonna be how, what's her nuts? Freaking Mrs. Voorhees, like how she has always killed people and not just when her son died, right? Or maybe it will start when her son dies and she'll like, you know what I mean? Because I mean,
Ooh,
her son
she's
dies in
grieving?
like 1950, what?
You
six
think
or-
they'll explain how Jason drowned and then was in the woods when his mom's head got cut off?
I don't know.
I always hated
the
that. That
The
always
series
bugged me.
ends with Jason drowning.
I think
That's
I
what
think
happened.
somebody like from Bloomhouse or somebody said, "Oh no, we can actually use whatever we want." Because somebody was commenting like, "Oh, they can't use this or that," and they were like, "No, no, no, no. Actually, you're wrong."
Bitch.
I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but I'm down.
Maybe it's going to be like the Arrow TV show where there'll be like something in the modern age and something of the past. So we can get some Jason in there. I'd really like to see. Hot Dog brought up the point of, are they going to actually explain Jason, right? It would be nice to see. I'd like to see almost a literal translation of what. Who is it from Friday Part 2? What's her name? Jenny, the child psychologist. She has that weird concept that since he didn't even know what death is, it's almost like you can't die if you don't know what death is.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, doesn't somebody in that one also make the comment that he was too retarded to know he's dead or something?
something like that. It was at the bar. I think that's basically the same scene. And I've always liked that. I've always liked that concept that, like, even when he drowns, he just sinks down to the bottom and he's just standing there like an idiot, like, and just walks around like he doesn't know what
But
to
he
do.
couldn't have been that mentally
Child.
inept,
I mean,
right? Like
uh,
he was able to
Mongoloid, dude.
flail as a drownie.
he could flail. That's just
He
like
could
moving
flail.
your arms around.
Yeah, but he wasn't like
He knew
not-
he was
wasn't-
drowning, so he was mentally there.
It's kind of sad. Like he could have just not done anything and then just floated.
Yeah, that's why Jason's kind of like a cool ghost story. It's like it's a slasher, but it's kind of a ghost story.
Yeah,
That's why it's a little bit more elevated.
it's true. It is. I've always said Friday the 13th is as elevated horror, and I stand by that.
Emotional damage.
Back there work.
Back there, whoa. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's some fun news, I guess. I mean, it's something.
Yeah, I'm curious where they take it. I don't have high expectations.
Taking it to space, baby. That's where it's going.
I hope so. I actually wouldn't mind Jason X2.
How great would it
Oh
be
my
if it
God.
opens and we see the moon, and it zooms out, and it's Jason's mom in a NASA suit giving birth in the 70s or 50s or whatever.
In
There
a
you go.
NASA
And
suit.
He's the first, yeah, he's like the first baby born in space. And that's not only does that explain why he's a revenant and dumb, but it's also like, hey, Jason X takes him back home.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you should write these movies.
He's a
They should
star
hire you.
child.
let me
What are you
anymore.
talking
Yeah,
about?
he's a
Jason's
star
a star child.
It's
Oh,
perfect. It's poetic.
Perfect. Oh my god.
It's like
Well, he
poetry.
turns
It
into-
rhymes.
He turns in that thing in the sewer in the Manhattan film. So I mean, there's a little bit of something going on there. With the
What
star
is he? He
child.
doesn't turn into anything. He's
So
just
the
a-
real Jason is the body swapping alien from the hidden
Oh,
from Jason Goes to Hell. That is the real Jason in your world.
Yeah. Absolutely. Jim
We're-
Tuner
we're
says,
making
"Can
them
we
all
bring the
count."
Friday the 13th TV series into the movie continuity? Maybe bring back those people from the TV show and kill them."
like a Jason multiverse.
Jason multiverse.
I don't know how that would work, but I'm in.
Right.
I'm into it, but I do want. I really liked the sad Jason in Freddy versus Jason, when you kept looking to his eyes and he just looked really bummed to be there.
Sad
He just
Jason.
did not. Yeah, that's what Ronnie Yu said. He's like, I wanted the sad Jason.
Oh.
He got it. That's why he picked that guy, Ken Kersinger, I think.
Welp.
Is he the only
It's
time
Friday
he played
the
Jason?
13th.
Yeah, I
again.
think so.
No.
Kane Hodder still hasn't fucking recovered, by the way.
Right. Well, neither have I.
Damage.
What
was
was wrong with Kersinger's performance?
That was the first fucking Jason movie I got to see in theaters.
He
That's
was
what was fucking
sympathetic.
wrong with it. God damn it. Like, it was just
I
not the one
enjoyed
you
it.
wanted to see in theaters for the first time. Like, all right, it's a Jason movie. Woohoo.
I just remember like watching it and then going, all right, when they're going to fight Ash now, you know?
Right? It's ridiculous.
It never happened. Rip.
Never happened.
Rip.
Rip. But fucking ridiculous. The guy had like little shoulders, man. He kind of looked like a shrimp.
What?
And that was the first Jason.
What?
Yeah. He looked like a shrimp to me. He looked like a tall shrimp. He looked lanky, but he didn't look like big because, and I'm assuming, this is my theory, it's because that's the first Jason that wears a jacket. Like, we've always had, long sleeve Jason, that's no big deal, but a
What
long
the fuck
sleeve
does
and then
Jason
a jacket.
normally wear?
He usually just wears a goddamn pants and a
He
shirt.
wears a goddamn pants. I see he's got a little button up here.
Jeans and a wife beater.
Styling and profiling.
I'm saying they changed forever at Jason versus Freddy, where he puts on a jacket, and I don't know, made him look shrimpy. I don't know.
Do you think he knows to change clothes or anything?
No.
Where do you think he gets his clothes from?
Where
His
does he
other
get
bodies
clothes?
he
He's
kills.
a big guy. No, but he's a big dude.
He's like Terminator. He just takes it off whoever he kills.
Yeah.
He's got to go to like a Carl's Big and Tall for all of his fucking clothing.
Yeah. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm happy it's on.
It's been in limbo for so long. I'm just glad to get something.
I guess. Well, that's why I'm. That's the only reason I'm really worried, is because it's like I
Dead
don't
Punks
want to
with
be
me.
so.
Kurzinger is actually pretty built. Fucking thank you, dude.
But I'm just saying in the movie. I don't know if it's how you shot it, not you.
How he shot
Fuck
it.
you, hot dog.
He shot it to make him look tiny.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? We've never had Ronnie Yu. We've never had a tiny, sad Jason before.
Well, he wanted him to be sad though.
I want a small Jason who looks sad.
sympathetic to big old Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the
Big
notorious
old
Big
lanky
Freddy.
Yeah.
They should do another. I wish they would just do things again.
I wish.
This is
I
going to be a
wish, I
cope with the
wish.
past stream, dude. I swear to God.
I'm just hoping it just opens up to a world of just more shitty sequels.
Ugh.
It's just like back
As
in
long as
the
they're
day,
simple.
they used to take their icons and keep using them, and now they're just nobody cares about the old days.
I don't
Can we
wanna
at least
see
run them back
these-
into the ground again.
I just don't want to see these like amalgamations of like, well, we took our favorite parts from the first 4 Fridays and put them into this one. It's like, well, don't. You fucked up. You know.
Hey
It's-
guys,
it's a
you remember the
stupid idea.
sleeping bag scene?
You guys,
You can give me a sleeping bag scene. I won't fucking complain. You kidding
You
me?
remember-
You'd complain at that?
I like
remember
when
when
they
the
throw
girl
against the
dresses
tree.
up in the sweater and pretends to be the mom?
Oh
Let's
yeah.
have him think another girl's the mom, but it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Remember? And she holds her arms out and she's like, "It's me, Jason. I'm your mama now, baby."
He still has to
Tummy.
like keep her locked up, but he's convinced it's his mom. What the fuck sense does this make?
Yeah,
There's
it's almost like
underground-
he's mentally underdeveloped. That's crazy. What a wild thing for him to do as a sane man.
Come on. It made sense in the other one because he's literally in part 2. He's literally dragging the dead bodies to place at a altar, so he's expecting his mother to resurrect from all the dead bodies, right? So when he comes in and sees the resurrected, that makes sense. That's a movie.
Do you think Jason was trying to resurrect his mom?
That's what he was doing.
I
He was
mean,
placing all the dead bodies around the altar.
Maybe that's what they can do in the TV show.
Jenny even has a line where she like even kind of like proposes that, where he's probably been waiting for like the resurrect, like if he doesn't know what death means, he's like waiting for the resurrection of his mother, Genius. Those are genius.
that's pretty crazy. I guess I never thought of that. I never thought like, oh, what's Jason doing? I just thought he was being a weird, retarded guy.
Well, he had a plan for at least part 2. They ditched it. Maybe he lost the head. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I do always hate the fact that I've talked about this a million times, but that there were so many things they were going to do with Friday the 13th, and they're like, nah, it's Jason again, actually, until it's Roy, and then it's Jason again.
That's Roy.
Just imagine how many like Friday the 13th movie scripts there are. Just random
Oh my
scripts
God.
Oh,
that
there's
stuff
gotta
they've
be.
never even thought about, right? Shot or anything like that.
There's a
Pitches.
really great podcast that's ran by one of the writers of the Sonic movies called The Best Movies Never Made, where he actually sits down with screenplay writers and they dig out a lot of these old screenplays. That's a really good podcast.
Yeah, I listened to the Blair Witch episode, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, there's a few like Jason ones and Michael Myers ones. And
Jim
Star
Tuner
Wars
says, "I wish there was a Destroy All Monsters with like 20 different slasher characters." I mean,
Yeah.
we were getting there. I think if they would have kept going with Freddy versus Jason, like it was kind of talked about, I think we would be there.
Yeah, there was a time where what did Miramax have everybody or?
I think Miramax had a few,
Yeah. Call it what? Slasher World.
Call it the rise of the killers.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the storyline would be. Like
Slash the planet.
Just like a Destroy All Monsters, it would be like aliens come down
What's
and
that one
convince our
shit?
government to use our killers.
What's
to take
that
out...
Marvel thing? Secret Wars, where everyone just ends up on a planet?
Oh yeah,
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 a battle
the
planet? There
Battle
you go.
World or whatever.
Yeah, hey, we're going to Battle World, kids.
Battle World. I mean,
I like Freddy
guess
vs. Jason. Are you guys pro or against Freddy vs. Jason?
I liked it.
I'm kind of against.
Yeah, that's upsetting, but I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
I'm kind of against. I'm, you know.
I'm seeing a trend here with us and Yucky.
You
It's
guys,
okay. We need that though.
You guys
We
like
need it.
mediocrity.
That's the trend.
We embrace it.
I ask only for the finest.
Finest schlock.
Yeah, it's just because you know I've been watching this shit for fucking 30 years. You start to get a little sick of like this one, you know.
My ruler is so easy with this kind of stuff. It's just like, am I bored? Was I entertained? That's how I rate things.
Well, I used to love Friday 13th Part 7 until I went to a drive-in marathon and I was having a great time until Friday 7 came on. And like me and my buddy were like, dude, like we would have swore that 7 would have been at least one of our favorite, I guess as a kid, that's like one of the coolest looking Jasons, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first Kane Hodder. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do? The best Jason is in one of the worst, in pretty much the 3 worst Jason movies.
He's not my favorite Jason though.
What?
Yeah, I don't care for Hodder's Jason.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
The fuck?
Like, he's fine, and maybe
do you
it
like?
would have been better if he was in better Jason movies, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I like Ted White, I guess.
Ted White's good. Here's let me drop something a little haram for you guys, but
Oh,
no.
I really like the Jason from the Friday the
remake.
13th remake.
Emotional.
I do. I think he's a great Jason. Talk shit on the movie all you want, but I love that interpretation of Jason.
I'm okay with it.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't like his, he had weird little neck tendril things. I couldn't
Neck
what was it?
tendrils. What are you talking
I
about?
don't even know. I didn't know if I think they were kind of trying to bring back the Hunchback from Part 3, right?
Oh yeah.
I think they were trying to kind of do that. So I kind of wish he could have moved his. He didn't really. I don't recall him moving his neck. I'd have to go back and double check. But I like that actor a lot. He also did a really good Swamp Thing.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he
can't
got
remember
to
his name
talk
now.
in
I want
that.
to say Kurt or something.
Oh,
Kurt?
Derek Mears. That
Derek
Punk Age
Mears.
says.
Yes, Derek Mears is great. Jim Tuner's pitch for Slasherverse, the movie Armageddon, but with the USA sending its serial killers to destroy the asteroid or Con Air with slasher characters.
He's got his
Oh,
mashup game on point.
No, the government hires the killers to get rid of all these woke college kids, right? They're they're like, we created a monster. There's only one way to take it to handle
All this
this.
indoctrination, we got to do something, guys. What do
We
we
invite
do?
them
I
all
got
to
it.
summer camp or something.
We send in the boys. Who? Jason, Freddy, Michael.
Chucky.
It would be kind of fun to
Pinhead.
see them all get recruited. Like the scene where they're
Like Avengers,
getting
yeah.
recruited would be fun, just like Suicide Squad or Avengers. I think that'd be kind of funny. There's no way it would be good. I don't think it would ever be a good movie, but god damn it.
Come on, guys. That's way too tongue in cheek. It'll never work. But I'm pretty sure there's probably a script that already exists that's like that.
Jason Voorhees, your country needs you. And he just does that turn head thing like the dogs do when they're confused. And they go, on that plane is your ticket to freedom and a new box of crayons. And then he marches aboard.
And a Denny's breakfast mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of won me over. I want that scene.
Oh.
All right. That was good. Good job,
Yeah.
guys.
That's anything else? We wrapping?
I don't know if we. Is there anything else that's crazy going on here? We got.
Oh, I got something.
What's
What do you
that?
got?
So we talked about remakes earlier. We probably won't spend that much time on this, but I did rewatch the was it Terror Train remake?
shit.
Yeah, the
that's
Terror
on
Train remake
Tubi.
on Tubi.
Yeah, and I would have never watched it if it wasn't for free on Tubi. So thank you,
Yeah,
Tubi,
absolutely.
for being
Thank
amazing.
you, Tubi.
And I'll just say this: I the movie is low budget. It's fun. Like it's your typical low budget film. Of course, when you compare it to like the original, I don't know, even that movie was low budget.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't understand low budgetness between the two, but this one looks a lot worse. But the movie itself wasn't bad until the very ending, and this will be, I guess, a little bit of spoilers, where they didn't go with the original ending. And I feel like they copped out on it.
What's the original ending?
They did,
I've only
but-
seen Terror Train once.
Oh,
Spoiler alert that it's
Whoa.
the David Copperfield's assistant who's the killer.
it's a guy dressed in drag, basically. And they sort of change it to where, spoilers again for the new one, it's just the train conductor lady.
But
It's her
see, I
son.
kind of like that because
I didn't like that at all.
I liked it because it felt like Friday the 13th.
I
Because
don't-
she's like you fucked with my son and you made him crazy.
I thought that was part. I thought that was part of the appeal
Isn't it-
of the first one.
Isn't that Scream 2?
There's no appeal in the first one.
Well, I mean, it's not
I'll be
a
right
great
back.
movie,
You guys got
but
to
it's
entertain the
fun.
stream for like 2 minutes.
What are you talking about? This was not in the contract.
I know, right? He does this to us all the time.
Dude. We don't even
I
know
don't
what
know.
he does.
In the first movie is listen, most people only like it because Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, Halloween, yada yada, right? And they're like, oh, she was in another slasher film, okay, Terror Train, and everybody remembers like the poster with the Groucho
like-
Marx
Yeah,
mask
I was
or
going to
whatever.
say, wasn't it Groucho Marx?
Yeah, but it's standard stuff on a train, like it's not groundbreaking. or anything
Standard
like
stuff on a train.
standard stuff on a train, right? And then, but the reveal is kind of cool because it's lame, but it's not that lame. Where it's like, okay, you're like, oh, wait a minute. If I go
I
back
mean-
and rewatch it, you'll realize that chick is a dude, and she was never front and center. So like, it's interesting when that catches you like that, and you're like, wait a minute, I got fooled.
So there
And-
is no Groucho Marx mask?
I don't know. I thought there was.
No, in the remake?
Oh no! It's a bunch of like generic like Walmart masks.
Like, why wouldn't you just do a Groucho Marx mask? Like,
Well, most of the costumes nowadays looks like they went to like not like Spirit of Halloween, but like the cheaper version. Like they got all their costumes from the Dollar Tree.
it's like the Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like oh, here's a mask that I got, and here's a $3 plastic cape. It's like that's where the low budgetness comes in, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. But oh well.
What'd you
No,
go
well,
So
do?
like about Terror Train?
What'd you do?
What do you mean?
What'd you go do?
You
I
went
had to
to
take
go
a
poop.
pee.
Yeah.
What the?
Jesus Christ. Thanks
Listen,
for putting my movements on blast. Now if I got
no
some
one-
weirdo out there, they're checking my pee cycles, and now they're gonna know every time I go to bathroom.
Oh,
There
are
was just-
you frequent? I mean, you always go on the dot all the time.
Yeah, it's pee
Yeah.
cycles for a reason.
Are you drinking too much water? Is that what's going on?
Oh, dude, I
Is it
drank
like
so
too
many
much
liquids.
pop?
I drank so many liquids before the show. I was chugging kombucha. I had one of those Coke coffees. Chugging water.
I never had is Coke coffee.
Maybe you're
good?
diabetic.
No.
Well,
Don't you fucking
diabetes, that's
dare.
part of it.
What, drinking liquids?
Like
and
getting,
getting rid of them?
drinking lots of liquids, dude. Some fucking asshole jinxed me years ago. Years
Oh,
ago,
you
I
could
worked
be
at a
my
hot,
new asshole then.
Yeah, I worked at a hot machine shop, and this guy's like, "Hey, man, you drink a lot of water. You should maybe check out your diabetic. See if you're diabetic." I'm like, "Oh, fuck yourself." I was diabetic.
Christ. Thanks, Yucky. I'd love to be. That's something I'd love to.
I'm
be
concerned
paranoid
for
about.
you. This happened to me, and I was caught unawares because I was not a type 2 diabetic. I'm not a fatso. I was a normal person than a type 1 diabetic, so I was concerned about you. And we didn't even talk about how we can take bathroom breaks during this whole thing. I've been needing to go for a long time.
You could have
Yucky-
just said,
Yucky's had
"Hey,
his
I'll
pee
be right
bottle
back."
beside him.
Yeah, I didn't want
You
to break
literally
the,
just
like,
said that you'd be back.
my cat's been like looking at me at the door forever, and I'm like, no, I can't break
Did your
this.
cat like
stream."
let me in, please? It's cold out here.
Yeah, it's winter, sir. Please, sir. I
Oh,
caught
no.
a mouse for you.
Dip Punk Gage says it's low budget. What you gonna do? Yeah, the new Terror Train. Yeah,
What you
definitely.
gonna do?
Like I
Yeah.
said, the low budget aside, like it was enjoyable. I just feel like they copped out on the ending.
I'd have to compare once again. Like I've never been. I don't like the original Prom Night or Terror Train, so I've never.
I think Prom Night 2 is better than the first one by far.
Absolutely, do Hello Mary Lou. It's Prom Night too.
Yeah.
It's
fantastic.
genius. Let's mix Carrie with Freddy Krueger. That's the
And then-
recipe for fun horror.
Then there's a remake in like 2016 of Prom Night. Like that's probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Is it? I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
It's really.
I feel like watching the whole Mary Lou saga, Prom Night 2, 3, and 4.
maybe it's older.
Is there a
than that.
5? I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Email us if you think there is a Prom Night 5.
Leave a comment on this video. Hot Dog loves
Is there
engagement.
4?
I think there's 4.
Is there 4?
I think there's 4 because 4 got like super romantic. Like it was like,
Bring back Mary Lou. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but she's got to be evil again. She's like Mary Lou is an evil slut, you know.
They can make it work. They'll remake it into a CW TV show. They'll be fine.
They should remake it. I think the original is great with Michael Ironside as the principal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But this time, I would make it to where he has a son, and she starts to. It's like she starts to seduce his son or something to get revenge or some shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. You figure it out.
Either way, bring it back. That's all we're saying.
Just bring it back. I love.
You're making
Hello,
all
Mary
these
Lou.
other shitty films. Just bring back the stuff that we like.
That's got like one of the coolest horror movie posters in the world.
Yes.
Her in the locker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
It's a classic.
The new remake of Prom Night coming next year. Oh my
No,
gosh.
it's not. You're lying to us all.
It's gonna be the same movie.
No,
It's probably
I
gonna be
think
the
I've
same
heard that.
guys who
I
made
think I've
Terror
heard that.
Train. It's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
low budget garbage.
Really, Hulu? It's gonna be Hulu. Hulu.
It's gonna be
Prom Night?
Hulu original.
Hulu's Prom Night. Or they're gonna
Streaming
mix like.
exclusively on Peacock.
Wasn't there just some stupid fucking like one of these dumb dance musical high school movie things that did a slasher? Am I wrong? Wasn't it like what's those name of those stupid movies, guys?
Slumber Party Massacre.
No.
No.
No, like the normal movie series is just like one of these dumb like high school musical type things. What's the like cheerleader one? You guys help me out here? I don't know.
I don't know.
No
What
idea what you're
one.
talking about.
Like
But
wish I
please
did.
keep describing it.
I know.
Keep
Well,
going.
I thought you guys
keep
might
bringing
know
it.
these like cheerleader high school musical movies.
High School Musical.
It's on like the tip of my tongue, but I can't even think of it. Like
There was a horror musical not a couple years ago. By a couple years ago, probably 6 or 8 years ago or now.
Jesus Christ, I gotta look this up.
And I think I read it. I think I read about it, but I never watched it. That was a great segue. Never mind.
What was it?
I don't know. We're dying.
Bring It On.
Bring it on.
Bring It On. Some stupid fucking
What?
cheerleader bullshit.
Oh, is that
They
the
did,
one
like,
with
a slasher
Elijah
movie.
Dushku?
I can't even tell you that much about it. I just like I heard they were going to be doing like a slasher version for it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's weird.
I know, right?
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, wrap it up.
It's called Cheer or Die 2022. Is it already out? It might be already out.
Coming next time on
October
Sunday-
8th.
What's our show called again? Ice Cream Sunday Social.
Ice Cream Social.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming to the Ice Cream Sunday Social. God damn it.
Yeah, like you even ruined it.
Oh,
The
That's
Ice
absolute
Cream
massacre.
Sunday Social.
I'm one of your hosts, Full Custom Hot Dog. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Full Custom Hot Dog without the last O, because that's just too long for Twitter.
I'm another one of the hosts, Yucky. You can follow me at Yucky Gum Comics on Twitter.
And I'm just here. I'm Gable. I'm also on Twitter. I'm at G Pennyshot.
Follow him on Twitter,
No,
especially him.
Just no.
Pay close attention to this one.
So, thank you guys all for coming, and we'll be here next week, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, until next time.
We'll miss you.
Bye.
Bye.